Hi everybody, today we are going to make a DIY electrolyte drink. We're making the LMNT citrus flavor. I'm Anita from KetogenicWoman.com. This is where I show you how I have lost 145 pounds following an animal-based ketogenic diet. Okay, so today we are going to make a homemade electrolyte drink mix. We're going to do a DIY version of LMNT citrus flavor. The recipe is right on their website. I printed this off from their website. I will provide that link below. They have all the instructions and the ingredients to make citrus salt, raspberry salt, orange salt, and watermelon salt. So the citrus salt is a big flavor in my family, and so that's the one I'm going to make. I'm going to show you the most efficient way to make like a batch, so say 10 servings. And I'm doing 10 because the math is easiest then. So what do you need to make your own LMNT drink mix? Like I said, you can just get this right off their website. The main ingredients are sodium chloride, which is salt. So got the salt here. There's the salt. You need the potassium chloride, and there it is there. And you need magnesium malate. Then, that would make raw unflavored LMNT. Then, beyond that, you would need to have your flavorings, and if you want, your sweeteners. So I'm doing the lime or the citrus flavored, which calls for lime. This is real lime juice concentrate. The beauty of making your own is you can control what goes in it. And some people find LMNT to be salty, and so you could use a little less. Some people cannot do a certain amount of potassium. You have complete control. The basic formula is what they provide according to their formula. But that doesn't mean you can't change that up a little bit. You also control the sweeteners. You could put in, the two that I would recommend if you're going to make it sweeter is just the plain stevia extract, just a few drops. And the other one that you could try using is allulose. Allulose is creating a lot of positive buzz out there with from people like Dr. Ben Bickman and Dr. Nick Norowitz. So that's an option too. I'm going to try it without any sweeteners, but with the lime, and see how I like it. I think, I use the raw unflavored right now, so I think that I'll probably like it just fine. But for those of you who want to have a little sweet in it, the options are there. This is also a real plus for Canadians because here in Canada, if we want to have the actual LMNT, we have to order it from the States, which, adds shipping and exchange and all that other stuff. So we can get all these ingredients in Canada. I bought this salt from, you can get both of these on Amazon. I believe you can also get this on Amazon, the potassium, but I did buy both of these ingredients from iHerb. iHerb also ships allulose. For those Canadians who cannot get it here in Canada, you can get allulose, the magnesium, the potassium. You can also get this off of iHerb. I'm not sure about this. Between iHerb and Amazon, that's where I get most things delivered to me here in Canada that I cannot get without more expense. So I will provide those links below. This I got from the grocery store. So before we get started, since we're making LMNT drink mix off their website, LMNT is also sponsoring this video today. So what is LMNT exactly? It is a very effective electrolyte drink. I've been using it for a couple of years to stop my nightly leg cramps, stay hydrated, all those things. If you're doing carnivore or you're doing lion diet or you're insulin resistant, I highly recommend sticking to the raw unflavored. That's what I've been having in the the last little while. You can use it hot or cold. I really like it in my bone broth in the morning. That's my favorite way to have it. LMNT also contains a science-backed formula of 1,000 milligrams of sodium, 200 milligrams of potassium, and 60 milligrams of magnesium. Right now, LMNT is offering to my viewers this 8-flavor sample pack with any purchase from their website. You can share this with a friend. It contains 8 of their flavors, including the raw, so that you can try that. It'll be automatically put in your cart when you make a purchase on their website. You can make that purchase by following the link on the screen or the one below, drinklmnt.com/ketogenicwoman. That's drinklmnt.com/ketogenicwoman. Thank you, LMNT, for sponsoring today's video. Okay, so let's make this formula. I'm going to measure the ingredients in here. Let me explain the salt to you. You can use just whatever salt you're using. What I've been doing lately is I've been mixing in a jar half Redmond's salt and half this Greek, this is from Greece. It's called Kalas iodized sea salt. The reason I've been doing that is because, as most people know, the Redmonds does not come from the ocean. It comes from salt caves in Utah. There's no iodine occurring in this. And I think most people agree that we probably need iodine supplementation, but I don't like to just take the drops. I used to take the drops, and then I started hearing stories out there in the community about people running into some trouble with taking too much iodine. So rather than take external iodine drops, I'm going back to salt, which is where we all used to get our iodine from. And so this is iodized. I put half. It's very tasty too. Not, you know, I really do like the Redmond. So I've got half Redmonds, half this in this jar, and that's what I'm going to use, and that's what I have been using for quite some time. So I am still getting my iodine here. Okay, I'm gonna make the 10 servings because it's gonna be easier for measuring. My scale does measure in grams, but it doesn't do fractional grams. So it's actually easier for me to weigh out 10 servings and go from there, knowing that I'm just gonna, like, I don't really care if I have exactly 1 serving when I put it in my mug. I'm gonna just add electrolytes until it tastes good. So it's not, to me, it's not that big a deal. If you want to be exactly precise, doing, decimals of grams, you're gonna have to get a scale to do that. It'll just make it easier for you. So we need 25 grams of sodium in order to do the 10 servings. Okay, so we have our 25 grams of sodium in here, and I just want to sort of give you an idea of what that is. That looks like, it could be almost a tablespoon. Honestly, I think you should, if you're going to make this recipe, you should make it with a scale. But if you don't really care if there's more sodium or less sodium, you're just going to do it to taste, then fine. So I'm going to reset the scale to 0 and measure out the potassium chloride. We only need 4 grams of that. In fact, it's 3.85, but I'm going to round it to 4. Because it's going amongst 10 servings, so I'm not, particularly concerned. Okay, we have our 4 grams of the potassium chloride, and we need the same amount of magnesium. Okay, so I have 10 servings in here, 10 drink mixes. I just want to see, I'm just curious, so 1 tablespoon, I think it's going to be 2 tablespoons altogether. Okay, yeah, it's almost bang on at 2 tablespoons. So we have 2 tablespoons, which in the metric system is 30 milliliters for the 2 tablespoons. So divide by 10, we get 3 milliliters is what one drink packet the equivalent of. So that will be just maybe a heaping half a teaspoon. So a half a teaspoon is going to go in here, and that is about equivalent to one element drink mix packet, because a half a teaspoon is 2.5 milliliters. And so I'm going to put a heaping teaspoon in here. So like that. The rest I'm going to put in here to just scoop out next time. Okay, so I have 9 little drink packets left in here, raw, unflavored at this point. So what happens after that is up to you. I'm going to get some ice and water, and I'm going to add in some lime, and we'll see how that tastes. I'll be right back. I'm just going to grab some water. Okay, 2 tablespoons of the lime concentrate. You could, if you had limes, you could do that. I don't know how concentrated this is, so I'm going to just try 1 tablespoon just in case.
Oh boy, I made a bit of a mess there.
Yeah, that tastes okay. I like that hint of lime flavor. I could probably use a little more. I was worried. I wasn't sure if the concentrated lime juice, if it was more concentrated than if you just had a squeeze of lime in there. But I think I could use a little more lime in here. I can taste the saltiness. It does taste like an element without the sweet. And for many of us, that is probably the best way to go. No sweeteners. I hope you give it a try. And if you have any ideas for what flavors you could make, or any suggestions as to what flavors I could try doing this, now that we have the basic formula, yeah, let me know down in the comments. Look forward to hearing from you guys on this. And also let me know if you are going to make this yourself. See you guys next time. Cheers.
Okay, so today we are going to make a homemade DIY electrolyte drink mix. We're going to do a DIY version of LMNT citrus flavor. Okay, so I don't know what 2.5 grams of sodium is going to look like, so I'm going to go slow here. I'm already at 4 grams. Okay, let me start again.